we missed a lot this summer. People are writing on Facebook, when are you coming back? I'm sure you're missing everything. We want to hear what you have to say. So let's say what we have to say today. Okay. Trump had his 4th indictment.
Who's counting?
He was indicted by a grand jury along with 18 of his allies, including Rudy Giuliani and Mark Meadows.
Yeah.
Trying to overthrow the election in Georgia. So he's facing 91 felony charges.
Yes, he is.
4 indictments in various districts, an array of civil cases. He was twice impeached, as you always remind us.
My, what a lovely group of women the folks on The View are, but they're back, folks. Yes, that's right. They are back, and everyone is just so excited to see that, and they are pumped that they are here to tell us that not only are they back, even though there's a writer's strike going on, because, you know, these guys don't use writers. They're just riffing. I mean, that kind of actually makes a lot of sense based on some of the stupid things that they say. But we're supposed to be excited they're back because they got a lot to talk about. Like this news from 2 weeks ago that I talk about every single day on my show with 0 writers. And it's very odd to see this, that these guys are so excited about the premise of keeping Trump off the ballot, so much so that maybe climate change is a good reason to keep him off the ballot. I mean, we don't really need a reason, but they'll toss that one in as well. These women are completely insane. And as you just heard, their audience might be even nuttier than they are. But it's pretty nutty. Check it out.
So he's facing 91 felony charges.
Yes, he is.
4 indictments in various districts, an array of civil cases. He was twice impeached, as you always remind us. So is there anything that we can do to stop this guy from running? Because obviously he's a traitor.
So he's going to get convicted. The larger question is, why is he even allowed to run? And, you know, and I've said it over and over again.
I like they applaud that. Like, why is he allowed to run? Like they should just be able to say, well, this guy can't run. This guy can't run for president, so he's not allowed. Okay, well, then he just can't run. You do understand there's quite a problem with that. Like, if we decide to continue playing this game of lawfare with everyone we disagree with politically, then maybe we just say, well, maybe Joe Biden can't run. Oh, he didn't engage in insurrection. But we're kind of twisting the rules around, so let's just twist the rules around on that. That's why you don't do this kind of stuff. It's pretty clear that what happened was not an insurrection, but they called it an insurrection solely so they could make this argument that he can't be on the ballot. Now, why? Not because they think they're going to be able to take him off. Again, it's all about the death by 1,000 cuts. He shouldn't be allowed to run, but he is. Oh, there's something wrong with our system. It's broken. We got to make sure he doesn't get back in there, or he might overturn the whole thing once again. Oh, Donald Trump is the scariest person that ever lived. Why is he allowed to run? He shouldn't be allowed. We don't think he should be allowed. Oh, okay, well, then he shouldn't be allowed.
Now, there are these legal, and Alyssa and I were talking about it earlier, there are conservative legal minds and experts that are saying that under the 14th Amendment, he is not even allowed to run, even though he hasn't been convicted yet. Because the 14th Amendment says if you've participated in public office after taking an oath to this country in an insurrection, you're ineligible to run. So...
Again, back to the insurrection stuff. And the conservative scholars are, of course, the same conservative scholars that always tell you that Donald Trump is in big trouble, Donald Trump's going to jail, Donald Trump this, Donald Trump that. And they, of course, are people with the Lincoln Project, like George Conway, and they are the people that have hated Trump all along. If you've hated Trump all along, you're not really that interesting to me. If you have a problem with some of the stuff he did, that's great. Let's talk about them as we move forward. But hating him all along and then just making up reasons to continue hating him doesn't make any sense, especially when you're just trying to get the attention of people like The View and MSNBC and others. But these frauds really need to couch everything they say, and conservatives say it too, even though there is no reality to it. These people should have just stayed on vacation. They have nothing new to say.
I really think that this legal theory is something that we really need to concentrate on. Instead of concentrating so much about on the indictments, I mean, I'm very excited about them myself, but I definitely think 14th Amendment all the way.
Yeah. 14th Amendment all the way, because it's about popular opinion. As long as enough people think that it's an insurrection, you can just go ahead and kick people off the ballot. Don't worry about the indictments and having to get him convicted and things of that nature, or the fact that insurrection hasn't even come up here, or any of those things. You just continue to tell your audience over and over and over again that it's 14th Amendment all the way. God, it's amazing. These people are part of the ABC News division. Keep that in mind.
And just prevent
to
him
me,
from
the
running.
This is one of the many tragedies this summer due to climate change. This is another one of those. They better
Maui
deal with
fires
this is the number one existential problem in this.
It rained
now.
3 months worth over 24 hours.
It rained at Burning Man. That's the fault of Donald Trump. I use this to show you how delusional these human beings are. Now they're telling you that Donald Trump's presidency was so destructive to the environment, it fast-forwarded climate change. His 4 years destroyed the environment. They're going to make the argument.
When I hear Republicans say, oh, it's not man-made, it's not about fossil fuels. You know, when Trump was president, all of that went up. The fossil fuel usage went up.
And the
It's a
regulations
menace to
went
the
down.
planet. Please don't vote for him. I'm begging you. Get him out of here. He's so dangerous.
Yeah, we didn't know where he stood before, but now that, he's responsible for the rain at Burning Man, I mean, that's a real problem. The question I have is, what about the 8 years of Barack Obama? Why didn't they reverse all of the climate change then? Why haven't they reversed it yet? Because now it's worse than ever. So I don't understand this. Donald Trump can cause climate change in his 4 years, but you can't reverse it in 4 years. In fact, it's getting worse under Joe Biden, but that's the fault of Donald Trump. But when there was climate change issues under Donald Trump, that was also the fault of Donald Trump. And I'm assuming whoever the next president is, if something happens there, that will also be the fault of Donald Trump. So everything's the fault of Donald Trump. So please, don't let him run for office. These are the same people that call other people fascists, by the way. Yet they want to utilize government at every turn to stop their political enemies from running. These people are authoritarian nut jobs. And again, I don't know what strike has to take place to keep these people off the air, but whatever that is, I fully support it, because these people are not a danger to society. They're just a danger to a lot of women's mental health. The collective IQ of the American housewife who watches this program is plummeting. This is a real danger. And for the health and welfare of this country, these women should be imprisoned in Guantanamo Bay, and this show should be canceled. They're that dangerous. Now, I know that sounds insane, but everything else we've heard here has been nuts too, right?